So the Vargo S is a brand new assault rifle in Season 4 Reloaded that's literally just come out, and you can unlock it for free with the weapon challenge in multiplayer of zombies, and today I'll show you how to complete the challenge to unlock it easily and quickly. Now if you're trying to unlock this weapon in Warzone instead, then check out my separate guide for that. There'll be a card on screen and a link in the description. And just as a quick note, you can also unlock this in Modern Warfare as well. Again, I'll explain how to do that in the Warzone guide. So I'll quickly explain the challenge, give the best class setup and game modes for this, and then some quick tips to help you get the challenge done even faster, so make sure you stick around until the end of the video so you don't miss out on any important tips. Once you unlock this weapon, you may want to level it up, make a solid class setup with it, or unlock gold, diamond and atomic camo on the weapon. If so, I'll have camo guides for this weapon, a guide on how to level up guns fast, and a best class setup, so check those out via the card on screen and a link in the description. Now obviously for Vanguard, which is what we're going to talk about in today's video, this challenge can be done in multiplayer or zombies, so if you want to jump to a specific part of the video, if you would rather play one mode or another, I'll have timestamps and chapters in the description for jumping to a specific part of the video, but I would recommend staying to the end of the video as that's probably the most useful for getting this challenge done quickly. Okay, what does the challenge say? So for multiplayer, the challenge says literally get 15 close range kills. That's it. Normally it would say in like a single match 15 times or something like that. I'm not sure if this was a mistake or whether they genuinely just mean 15 close range kills, but at the moment that's how you unlock the weapon, literally just 15 close range kills. It can be in multiple matches, but often it's really easy to do in one match. So I'm going to explain how to do that in today's video. If you want to play zombies instead, the challenge says in zombies use assault rifles to kill 20 or more enemies without getting hit 50 times. We'll discuss the zombie strategy in a minute, so we'll focus on multiplayer first and then for zombies. Given for multiplayer it's not about a certain number of matches, you don't need to sort of worry about leaving the match. Just get 15 close range kills and leave the match. Obviously if it's across multiple matches, get as many as you can in the first match and then get as many as you can in the second match, but most of you I think will be able to do it in just one match. If at some point they change the challenge so that it's across like 15 different matches or something, then obviously don't leave the match, but that shouldn't be an issue for this challenge. So obviously a lot of people always report problems with challenges tracking. If that's the case, restart your game when it should count, but for me it counted straight away. I unlocked it really quickly. In terms of how you'd know whether like the kills counted, there's no specific way to know whether you've got enough close range kills, but just be near to an enemy. I would say a close range kill is basically killing an enemy in close proximity to you. Enemies can probably be about 10-15 meters away from you and it still counts, so it's really easy. But if you guys do want more help with close range kills, I made a separate guide on that a while ago, so feel free to check it out via the card on screen or the link in the description. Hopefully that might help some people if you need more help with it, but I'm sure you guys will find this very easy. What modes would I recommend? Well, currently shipment das house is in the game. If you go to the filter, you can find it in core game modes. It's not like on the main menu part, but if you look, it is there. I don't know why they've hidden it like that, but they have. Any other kind of closed mosh pit modes, I'm not sure what the new desolation map's like. Maybe it's good, maybe it's not, who knows. If that's good, use that. If not, don't worry. But shipment or das house is normally the best to go for. You generally want to be playing with core game modes as you have more health, so you can get closer to enemies without getting shot as easily, so it does generally want to be core if possible, and I recommend putting it on blitz pacing just so you've got more enemies. For the class setup, there's nothing too specific really, but just put on any assault rifle such as the NZ41 or any other assault rifle you want, and then you just generally want attachments that will increase the aim down sight speed, the movement speed, reload speed, and so on. You're not as interested about the recoil or the damage and stuff, or damage range, because you're getting kills at a close range. So things like recoil and so on are less important. Things that are more important, aim down sight speed, sprint to fire speed, aim walking movement speed, that kind of thing is more important. So you want to prioritize those kind of attachments. Sorry, I just mentioned that the class setup, I said an assault rifle like the NZ41. It doesn't have to be an assault rifle. It can be any weapon. Like in the gameplay you're seeing, or you might be seeing, I was using an SMG to unlock the weapon. So any weapon you can use at all. It doesn't have to be an assault rifle. In fact, an SMG is probably better because it's more mobile and better and more versatile at the closer ranges. So something like an SMG or a shotgun would actually be great. It doesn't have to be an assault rifle at all. So don't feel like you have to get it with an assault rifle. Anything will do. For perks, I'd put on Fortified in perk 1 just to reduce the damage from enemy explosives, fire and so on. In perk 2, I'd put on Tracker, so enemies have a footprint trail. This is really useful for finding enemies easily, so definitely make use of that. And finally, in perk 3, you want to put on either Lightweight to increase your movement speed, which is quite useful, or Ninja to give you silent footsteps. Either or really. I think I went for Lightweight, but either or. For the lethal, obviously don't use it because it takes away from the kills you can get with the weapon. And for the tactical, you can put on Stim Shot just to heal yourself if you're injured. Okay, what are my quick tips for getting this challenge done? I'm sure guys you'll find it very easy, but in case you want any help, these are my tips. First of all, if you're close enough to get a point blank kill, which is about within 2 meters of an enemy, you'll see the point blank medal pop up on screen knowing you got a point blank kill. Now I just want to clarify, a point blank kill is not the same as a close range kills. So a close range kill is killing someone fairly near to you, probably about 10-15 meters. I don't know specifically, but about that kind of range. A point blank kill is much more specific. You need to be within about 1 or 2 meters of them. Basically the gun barrel needs to be literally almost touching them. So you don't need to be getting point blank kills all the time. Close range kills are fine, so killing someone within 10 to 15 meters, so it's fairly easy. But if you do get point blank kills, those will count towards the close range kills, if that makes sense. But you don't have to get them all as point blank kills, because that's way too hard, because you don't need to be that close to enemies. So point blank kills will count, and every time you got a point blank kill, you know for sure you got a close range kill, but don't think you have to get them all the time, because you don't, because there's always confusion there. Just wanted to clarify that. You often want to aim down sight as soon as you see an enemy that's fairly close to you, or if you're going around a corner and expecting an enemy. However, if you're very close to an enemy, it may take too long to aim down sight, so you might be able to just hit fire at them if it's easier. Try to flank around the edges of the map and pick off enemies at a time. Obviously for something like Shipment or Das House, just go to the enemies and whatever's easiest, but for other maps it might be easier to flank around the edge of the map, like maybe Das House. And obviously try and get into their spawns, that's great too. Just obviously take cover when you need, and you can linger around high flow areas as well, like objective points or certain doorways that might be useful. Normally like along narrow corridors, just wait for people to come past, especially in like Das House. Wait for people to come past and just shoot them. That's really good way. Wait around hard points, dom flags, that kind of thing. Often you'll find yourself running into a lot of enemies, so just try and get close, and then you can either aim in a sight or hit fire like mad. Reload before entering gunfights, as you're more likely to survive or get more kills. You want to be aggressive, so push up to the enemy as much as possible, and then you just want to stay as close to them as possible and just shoot them. Sliding up to enemies can also work great too, especially if you're chasing them from behind, they haven't noticed. But like I say, you don't have to get too close to them, so I wouldn't worry. Okay, that's it for how to unlock it in multiplayer. Now let's talk about zombies. So for zombies, the challenge, like I said, is in zombies use assault rifles to kill 20 or more enemies without getting hit 50 times. So basically get 20 kills in a row without getting hit, and do that 50 times. Now for this you do have to use assault rifles. This is why I'm confused, because the challenge seems a lot more specific and more difficult in zombies compared to multiplayer this time, not sure why. But anyway, for zombies you do have to use assault rifles. Again, any assault rifle like the NZ41, SGG44, anything like that will do. And then for the field upgrade, I'd recommend putting on Ether Shroud, because this allows you to become cloaked in the dark ether to hide from enemies for 5 seconds. So basically if they're coming up to you and they're going to hit you, activate it, you won't get hit, and then that saves you from resetting the progress. Now the way this works is obviously each time you get a kill you rack up, and when you get to 20 kills you get 1 point, and you need to do that 50 times. If you get hit, obviously that gets reset to 0 again, you need to start again, so obviously it's annoying, and you want to therefore get as many of these 20 kills in a row earlier on in the match before it gets too difficult. But like I say, Ether Shroud's great because then it prevents you from resetting that progress. The map or mode you want is obviously Shinonuma. You could do the other modes, but that's probably easiest and less boring. So you want to spawn in, get as many kills as quickly as possible to get through the lower rounds, making sure to keep your distance from zombies from the get-go to start getting consecutive kills without taking damage from them as soon as the game starts. So you want to kind of get as many of those 20 kills earlier on in the match. You want to get enough kills to pack a punch, pick up perks including stamina up to run faster, that kind of thing. Train around the map, so from the middle dig site to each part of the map and back round again to the dig site, and get as many kills as you can in a row without getting hit, using your mini-map to see enemies, that kind of thing. Watch out for the boom shry rounds, as these enemies explode when they're near you, so they're quite annoying, and pick up any decoy grenades, monkey bombs, that kind of thing, or you can craft them too, and use them if you get into any sticky situations where you're at risk of being hit. Once you go through the rounds, use sacrificial hearts to pick up useful covenants and to upgrade your artifact, the Ether Shroud obviously, and if you're getting cornered you can activate the Ether Shroud to be hidden for 5 seconds, preventing you from getting hit, and you can run out the way to make some distance between you and the enemy. Every time you get 20 consecutive kills without taking damage, you'll earn the Jackrabbit medal, so this will actually tell you when you've gotten 20 kills in a row without getting damage. So basically you want to earn 50 Jackrabbit medals basically, so it's much easier to know because you're seeing that medal pop up, whereas multiplayer there's no indicator that you've done it. So you want to keep training around the map and upgrading perks, pack a punch, artifacts, that kind of thing, and that's pretty much it really. So as I'm sure most of you will not be surprised, the fastest method by far to get this challenge done is multiplayer, because you literally just need to get 15 close range kills. For zombies it can take a lot longer. However, if you're doing something else like camo challenges in zombies, there is an identical camo challenge, so if you need to get camos on any assault rifles it might make more sense to do it in zombies. Otherwise I'd do it in multiplayer if you can, it's a lot easier. You can also do it on Warzone as well. If you need to check out the separate guide for that, feel free to, and you can also secretly unlock it in Modern Warfare, which a lot of people don't know, and in that Warzone video I explain how to do that if you need to, if you don't have Vanguard. So like I say, feel free to check out any of my other Vanguard like camo guides, the close range kills guides, which explains how to get close range kills in more detail than this video, guides for unlocking other new DLC weapons. I have a best class setup for the Vargo S, and a guide on how to level up weapons fast if you want to level this up quickly to get attachments, do camos, that kind of thing. So feel free to check them all out via the cards on screen and links in the description. If you found the video useful, be sure to leave a like so that other people can find it too, and feel free to subscribe by clicking the bell icon to stay up to date with all my latest Vanguard and Warzone videos. Thank you so much for watching, hope you found it useful, and I'll see you guys all on the next one.